Morning. This is the first week in February, and there's always news. And what I like most is I like looking at papers around the country and out of the country, like The Guardian, or investigative reporters like ProPublica, or historians like Heather Cox Richardson. There are a lot of people out there covering America. And what we're finding out is that Americans are just not happy seeing their friends and neighbors torn from their homes, torn from their cars, brutally manhandled, some unfortunately murdered, and zero accountability from this administration. Trump cries foul on the Democrats because the Democrats want a sane policy for immigration reform and for ICE reform. There's nothing outrageous about the Democratic policies. They don't want to see face masks on ICE agents or Border Patrol agents. They don't want to see people searched and taken from their homes without a warrant. We don't want to see folks that are on the sidewalk peacefully protesting within their rights to take photographs of law enforcement of any kind and see them manhandled, followed, put into a database, and being told that they are now part of an organization that's a terrorist organization. I think Trump and his minions have gone too far. And they know they've gone too far because they're still doubling down. They're still in Minnesota when Minnesota does not have a high crime problem. There's no reason for them to be there. So he's going to take away 700 agents? That's not a big deal. What's happening in America is not right, and we know it. 66% of Americans are protesting. We don't want to see people looking like terrorists coming into our homes, coming into our communities, taking away our neighbors. We're mad, and we're showing it, and we're protesting. And you can tell that Trump knows he's done wrong, because what's he's doing? He's doubling down on immigration, and he's doubling down on the lie that he won the 2020 election. And he's even doubling down on saying, well, he's going to just terrorize people when they go to vote. This is a man who is not comfortable with what he's done, but because he's a bully, he will not back down. And because he's got folks there telling him he's doing right, he doesn't know that what they're doing is wrong. And only a few corporate heads and CEOs are telling Trump he's wrong. They don't want to stop the gravy train, this circular motion that's not capitalism, but graft and greed. They don't want to stop it. They don't care that he's taking so much money from the American people or from foreigners when this is against the Emollient Act. He's gone against the Constitution, he's gone against the rule of law, and we're going to stop him. I read an interesting article that says that if we take federal agents to court civilly, and this is a law that should be passed in Congress that says Citizens may make an arrest for wrongful treatment and seek damages, not on the federal level, but on the state level. Because on the state level, we still have rights. And on the state level, we can control what happens to us. And if we do, we'll be able to take back control of our voting rights, take back control of what ICE does or does not do to us, and start acting as the democracy that we are, with a constitution and a rule of law. No more lawlessness in our streets. If people are protesting legally, they shouldn't be followed and they shouldn't be picked up. And that's what's happening in Minneapolis, and that's what's happening in Maine. It happened in Chicago. It happened in Ohio. It's happening in Tennessee, where the folks in Nashville, and I really like that small Nashville paper called the Nash Villager. It's a microcosm of America. They're concerned about what's really important to their community. One is the latest storm, and after 10 days, at least 30,000 people still don't have power, and it's a problem. And even though they're suffering with power outages and thinking about their power grid and their electrical energy supplier, they're still concerned about their neighbors. And they worry about one woman who was fighting to get her child back from child custody, who ICE just recently deported. These are folks all over America who are literally putting their life on the line to protect others. When ICE comes, they're standing up. And that's what we all have to do, to stand up for each other, so that we don't have what they had in Russia with the Black Marias coming for people in the night, or what they have in Latin America and South America, where people are just disappeared. No, we care about our neighbors. And Trump, you can flail all you want. You're not going to win against the decency of the American people.